It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see Utah going up against the Spurs. Checking out the Spurs. Nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus? Have you maintained focus?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. And before we get underway here, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Steve Clifford.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thanks, David. And some teams this late in the season, Steve, have rosters that really have been ravaged by injury. Does that have an effect on the mentality of a team, seeing so many players on the shelf and knowing that there's more on your shoulders now?
Yeah, it does. I think sometimes you look at it and you're going, how much will we have left individually or a team when we have so many guys out? But a lot of players and a lot of teams do a great job of just gutting through it. But sometimes when you look at it, the deeper you go in the postseason, you don't have enough bodies, it catches up to you.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Williams, and it's Whiteside in at the center position. There's Dragic with the three, buries the long-range jumper. Dragic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Whiteside. And George kicks to Whiteside. The 19-foot shot, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Dragic with it. Kicks it to Bosch. Over Gibson. Bosch with the bucket.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Williams dishes to Whiteside. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Whiteside's got 5 now.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Dragic kicks to Barton. And here's Dragic. He's coming off a 34-point game against Detroit.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Barton outside. Ross on the wing. Feeds to Dallenberg. And it's off from three-point range. On defense, the Spurs. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Now here's Dragic. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Stolen by George. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Right side a screen. And George kicks to Gibson. Right side a screen. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Utah. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Dragic has it in the corner. The teardrop falls in. He has 5.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
The dish now to Whiteside. Outside, George. The tray. Another miss by Utah. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Bosch, the screen. It's Barton on the wing. Looks for Bosch, gets it to him. Over Gibson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Dragic the pass to Ross. Outside Dragic. Back to Ross. Passes it to Dragic. That shot off. So Utah will take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And simply put, they couldn't score. They never got completely in sync in that one.
Well, that's putting it mildly. They were in total disarray. I have no idea where their heads were that night.
He dishes it to Ross. Barton in the corner. The feed now to Dallenberg. Bosch the screen. And stolen by Williams. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You know what? It's a big momentum builder for sure. That could be a game-changing moment there.
Here's Bosch after the basket by Utah. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Gibson. Williams kicks to Gibson. Gibson the screen. Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the high post. And the rebound goes to Dallenberg.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Ross kicks to Bosch. Over Gibson. And that one's good by Bosch. Bosch has got 6. Utah trails by 5. Now here's Gibson. A really disappointing game for him in that loss to Atlanta. Bosch with some nice D.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Now here's Dallenberg. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And that one's good, Barton.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
For Utah, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. The pass to Whiteside. Down low. Will it go? Another shot. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He's off on the first. Steve, is a player, do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So, and I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
San Antonio leading by 7. And Beverly kicks to Barbosa. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Last time they met was in Utah.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Getting good production from the reserves on a daily basis is a key ingredient to any team's success.
Brown, he's checked in for San Antonio. Olynyk, he's checked in for Utah. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Randolph.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Here's Karasov. 17 points for him last game against Atlanta. Screened by Olynyk. Here's Drummond. A beautiful reverse layup. Drummond's got his first bucket in this one.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Randolph. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
It's George on the wing. They set the pick. Here's Karasov, covered by Barbosa. Here's Drummond, plays it up and banks it in. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Picked by Randolph. Here's Beverly. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And George kicks to Olynyk. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Dishes to Brown. Over to the wing. Pass to Beverly. The Spurs working the ball around now. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Defended by Beverly. It's stolen by Brown. Now Beverly. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. He kicks it to Randolph. Back to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Let's go. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And now a 9-point San Antonio lead. Here's Karasov, covered by Barbosa.
Jump ball, jump ball, jump ball. You two.
So it's Utah now. Hits it from three-point range. 7 points in the game.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Picked by Randolph. Back to Beverly. He feeds it to Randolph. Now here is Barbosa. He's tightly guarded. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
That one goes. Count it. Now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
Well, early on, neither team put much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
There's a screen. It's Brown on the wing. And Barbosa has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barbosa's got 6.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Kicks it to Olynyk. Feeds it to Karasov. Defended by Beverly. Steps back and shoots. And again it's Utah.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Randolph can't hit. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
The dish now to Karasov. And Olynyk kicks to George. Back to Olynyk. Right wing. Here's Karasov, covered by Barbosa. Sinks the triple. Karasov's got his first 3 points of the game. San Antonio leading. Beverly with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good. Good on both. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Here's Watson. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from Trevor Ariza on his team's mentality coming in.
You're playing against a team that's very scrappy. You know, they want to win as well. You got to come ready to play. You got to be ready for everything, and you got to be ready to claw to get this win tonight.
Ariza might as well be describing his own game. Scrappy, ready to play, ready for anything, ready to claw to get that win.
Yeah, and he has been that kind of all-out guy going all the way back to his days at UCLA. When you combine that with his talent, he's a guy who, no matter where he's been, his teammates rave about him.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable, mix up the play calling, keep the defense guessing.
We've got Brown. Barbosa is out there with Shavlik Randolph, and it's Beverly in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Watson. Passes it to Karasov. Back to Drummond. Watson kicks to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Expanding his range. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Ariza.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
And here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's the floater. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. We all know just how physically strong NBA players are, Steve, but they have to be mentally tough as well. How about in that category? Who has the best mental toughness, guys you've observed?
I look at a guy that loves the big moment right now. Top of the list has to be a Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, the great ones. Russell Westbrook, I mean, his focus, and James Harden, those are the guys that stick out for me that just come in and night out. Al Horford, mental toughness. You love those guys because their mental toughness match their skill set. They usually have great results.
Now, here's Watson. Williams dishes to Olynyk. The feed to Ariza. And Dallenberg pulls it down. Dallenberg's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Barton in the corner. Ariza covering. Beverly the pass to Randolph. Shoots over Olynyk. And Randolph with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Watson kicks to Olynyk. Now here's Watson, defended by Beverly. Ariza outside. He dishes it to Whiteside. Pass to Watson. Screened by Olynyk. From past the arc. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Watson.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now the pass to Dallenberg. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Ariza kicks to Olynyk. Ariza outside. Dishes to Olynyk. Pass to Williams to the left wing. Watson with it. Guarded now by Randolph. Jumper off the screen. Watson's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Barton dishes to Beverly. And a miss there on the triple.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Now here's Beverly. He kicks it to Randolph. Over Olynyk. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Randolph's got 8 points.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Watson kicks to Whiteside. He feeds it to Watson. The dish to Williams. Passes to Olynyk. Watson with it. San Antonio with the rebound. Dallenberg's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams against Barton. Kicks to Randolph from downtown. Rebound, Utah.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Watson's shot is off.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Beverly up top. Feeds to Randolph. The 3. Another shot. No good that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Ariza, right side. Here's Watson. Makes it off the glass. Watson's got the lead up to 1 now for Utah.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Randolph. 8 points for him.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Watson kicks to Ariza. Screen by Olynyk. Ariza outside. Screen by Olynyk. Watson for 3. Good on the triple. Watson's got 8. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Smitty, we have a question sent in by a viewer. They want to know, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would you pick? And got anything for that?
You know what? Kevin, that's a good question. There's so many, especially my mom's cooking. But I'm going to go with shrimp fried rice. That's the one I think I would eat for the rest of my life.
Now here's Barton. He has 6. Ross kicks to Dallenberg. 3-pointer, Barton, score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
Now here's Watson. He's guarded closely. Ariza against Ross. Here's Ariza. Shoots it. And Utah again with the bucket. Here's Dragic. They trail by 1. Bosch, a screen on Gibson. And it's Dragic off the drive. There's the feed to Ross. He dishes it to Bosch. Dragic kicks to Dallenberg. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
Whiteside a screen, and Gibson wide open. He shoots, misses the 3. San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Dragic kicks to Dallenberg. Off target from outside.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Now here's Gibson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Whiteside. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Outside Dragic. Bosch passes to Dragic. Dragic a screen on Williams. Barton kicks to Dragic. They set the pick from deep three-point range. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between three-point shots and two-point shots for Utah. Utah leading by 3. Now Watson. He's got 8. Gibson down low. He's covered by Bosch. And it's sent back from Talonberry.